Minecraft 1.18 survival is going to be even more demanding than ever, so you're going to need crops, lots of fuel, meat and leather, a way to stop evil potion effects, light and decoration, and a way to climb high safely to build. I'm going to show you 4 Minecraft survival easy starter farms to help. Don't you go anywhere. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance. Today I'm going to give you 4 more starter farms that you need in your brand new Minecraft 1.18 survival world. These 4 really easy Minecraft starter farms are going to give you enough food and fuel, meat, milk and armor, light and scaffold to keep you going well into your Minecraft game. First up, let's make sure you've got loads of crops. You are going to need an 11 by 11 square with a little 1 by 1 coming out just very near the bottom of it. You can make it bigger or smaller, but I find this is the best size. Come to the part of the farm where you've got that little jutty out bit. Take that out and the bit on the edge of the square and place in a duggable chest. Take out the block inside the square and shift click a hopper going into that, so that will collect up anything and push it into the chest. Then get the dirt and place the dirt in a rectangle. Leave this gap here alongside the hopper and then make a rectangle of dirt all along the inside area of this square. Don't go outside or on the square, we're just doing the square itself. You'll have a dirt square, 8 blocks by 9 blocks inside your footprint. Come to the center at the front is where your chest is, and then go in 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th block, take that out and place in a water bucket. Then put a trapdoor over the top of that and that will keep that safe. Then you want to line all the way around the outside with a block of your choice. It really doesn't matter what block you use, as long as you use something that you like the look of. But remember not to put a solid block above that chest. Place an upside down step or something like that. That will be perfect and then it will still open. I've lined the bottom of this trench with some cobble, but that is completely optional. Then at the end of it, opposite the hopper, place a water bucket. That'll run all the way down to the hopper, but not over it. Then come to the end opposite your trench here and grab some trapdoors and place them so as they flap up in this direction. All the way along till you get to the end, flap them up. Now, if you are a Bedrock player, this is the one change you need to make this farm work for you. Do not use the trapdoors. Place a dispenser all along the very back row. Not that one, but the back row, and that will then work for you as Bedrock. You then want to make the walls around your farm another 2 high on the sides and 1 more high on the front. Now, on the front, I always like to use glass. Now, on the sides, you can use glass or maybe the same structural block, or you could change it up a bit. So your farm so far should look something like this. All the walls being 3 blocks high, except for that front wall that's 2 blocks high. Now jump inside your farm, place a temporary block on top of your trap door there, and then put a hay bale on top of that. Place a spruce fence one side, a spruce fence the other side, and get yourself a jack-o'-lantern and place it on the top. Then remove that temporary block. This is going to give you all of the light that you're going to need for the farm to grow, not just in the daytime, but in the nighttime. Then you want to hoe all of these blocks out. You should be 7 by 9, and that will give you the farmland that you need, and then plant them up with whatever crops it is you'd like to plant them up with. If you're playing Bedrock, I recommend potatoes because they're really good for XP farms. But if you're playing Java, maybe you want hay, maybe you want carrots, maybe you want a mixture. In fact, do it as a mixture in both versions of the game. You can always change it up later, but if you are going to mix your crops, put them in rows like this because you're going to find they do grow slightly quicker. Come to the top of the farm and unflap all of these trapdoors like this, and then behind the trapdoors, not on the trapdoor but on the dirt behind it, that's really important, place a bucket of water. Now if you've got 2 buckets of water, you can place 1 there and then move along 2 and then pick up from the middle, so you only need the 2 buckets of water. If you're doing the Bedrock version, remember you're putting the buckets of water inside the dispensers, not on top of the dispensers. If you're playing Java, then place a solid block that conducts redstone across the top of the trapdoors. Cobblestone works really well. Now this block will be visible, so make sure it's a block that you want to see. Then put some redstone across all of those blocks and put a lever at one end. And if you're in Bedrock, put the redstone line across the dispensers. Then place a torch on all 4 corners of your farm. That's going to stop these blocks around the top being spawnable and you getting surprised. Then get yourself ladders and place ladders on the front 2 here. You are never going to need to go back inside your farm because you can reach the middle from the edges all around the walls to be able to replant. Then all you got to do is wait for your crops to grow. When your crops are grown, come to your lever. You'll notice that the first time you throw your lever, nothing happens with those trapdoors. But throw it again, all of those crops get washed into your collection system, into the hopper and into the chest. throw the lever again, and those trapdoors flap up, retain that water. If you're in Bedrock, you can replace this lever with a button, and that way every time you press the button, it will suck up and then blow out the water. It's a lot better than a lever for Bedrock. You can then come down into your collection system, check your chest, and you'll see all of the things starting to flow in there. I'm just going to grab these seeds because you'll see that when we go up the top, we'll be able to reach these all the way from this side here. If I come here, I can get right into that center without going into the farm. That one's dead easy. Let's do another one. This time, we're doing the bamboo farm. This farm is a micro farm, so it only needs a 3x3 footprint. But if you wanted to make it more productive, do what we've got on the blue stripe there multiple times and then put the orange stripes at the end. And you can make it as wide as you want. Come to the front of your farm, knock out the very middle block and place in a hopper so as it's facing into this front. You can see the nib is there. Then place a chest there. If you wish to, you can make it a double chest. It is completely up to you. On top of that hopper, place a rail. On top of the rail, place a minecart with hopper, and then get yourself your structural block and place one either side of that minecart with hopper just to keep it secure. You can then place some around the back and then also some around the front as well. And then in front of that, place yourself an upside down stair so as you can access that chest. Come on top of your 3x3 donut here and place yourself another donut of blocks, whatever blocks it is you'd like. On top of the minecart, place yourself some dirt and then place another row of blocks all the way around again, but leave that middle open. And then opposite where you've got your chest, place yourself a piston, it goes right there, structural blocks there, and then grab yourself some glass. You don't have to have glass, I just quite like it, on top there. Then place another row of glass along the top, get yourself some structural blocks there, and then off the back of the piston, place yourself a cobblestone, and then while you're stood on that cobblestone, place yourself an observer so as the redstone bum is facing outwards. Put a little dot of redstone right there and then jump back on top of the observer. Grab yourself your bamboo and whilst crouching, plant your bamboo right in the bottom. Just one piece is all you need. And then do one more layer across the top of the observer and the glass. And then what you can do is you can put a roof of slabs, or maybe you want to use trapdoors across the top like that. You can then decide to decorate the sides up, maybe with some trapdoors like this, that might be nice, but you can leave it exactly as it is now. It's a functional farm, it's entirely up to you. You could also perhaps put some upside down steps under there and there and there, just to make it a little bit more interesting at the back. What happens now is when that bamboo grows up past that observer, the face sees it and the piston knocks it off. It then just gets collected down at the bottom and into the chest. And for those clever ones amongst you there, yes, that was sped up. If you want extra bamboo, make it wider. Repeat that middle section next to each other over and over. Time for the next one. And this one is meat, leather and milk. Yeah, I know, it looks like a hole in the ground. And that's because it is a hole in the ground. This one is an absolute doddle and it's going to give you beef, leather and also milk if you want it. Decide where you're going to put your farm and dig yourself a hole 3 deep and 3 long, just 1 wide like that. Place yourself a double chest in the bottom and then get a hopper and shift click that into the side of that chest. Then jump down inside of your hole. Dig yourself a hole out 2 deep on the side like that. Get a dispenser, place that dispenser so it's facing over that hopper, and then get yourself some upside down stairs and place them so as they cover over that chest. You can now still open the chest, but it is separating this area completely. You can jump out of that now because you don't need any more. Place one of the dirt blocks that you've just dug out over the top of where that step was. Get your trapdoor and place that so as that opens and closes so you can access your chest. And then click on the dispenser and place a water bucket inside it. And then on top of that, place one of your dirt blocks so you've got a 2 deep hole right there. Now how you do the next bit is completely up to you. I'm going to get you to tempt in some cows into this hole. Now you can nudge and push them if you want whilst you're holding wheat. It's awkward, but it does work. Or you can use this method. Build yourself up a little temporary enclosure using some fence posts and some temporary blocks along with some trapdoors. You get all of these blocks back, so don't worry about wasting them. The trapdoors, very important, flap in this direction, not the other way round. I now need to go and find some cows. There's a couple of cows just here, so I'm going to hold this wheat and I'm going to walk towards my contraption between my 2 fence enclosures like this. I'm going to jump on top of my trapdoors and then over the fence. They then fall into the trap beautifully. I then let go of my wheat and they get completely bored and fall in the hole for you. No fiddling about. You can repeat that as often as you want, or you can breed these cows up now using that wheat. As soon as you've lured as many cows in there as you want to, place a temporary thing right there, block or fence, doesn't matter. Then cover that over with another fence post, reclaim that back, place a button on top of that block and a chest on top of that block. That chest is to store all your wheat in so as you can feed your cows. This button is to allow your cows to come up ready for feeding, and then you can shut that off again when you're done with them. Now this farm uses entity cramming to do the killing for you, so this might not be welcome on some servers, but it's definitely not a problem if you're on your solo world. Once you've got 24 cows inside your hole, press the button there and give them a bit of a breeding session. Hit them with all of the wheat that you've got. Those will come up, the little baby cows will be produced, and the baby cows will take up an entity space. They don't get killed first, the adults do, and all of these little particles that you can see are the cows dying and giving me their lovely loot. Once you're all done, turn that water off and you just wait until the next generation of cows is ready to breed. Now I also mentioned that this is a milk farm. That couldn't be simpler. Press the button again, wait for the cows to come up and right click on them, and you end up with a bucket of milk every single time you get that cow with a bucket. Maybe you want to finish it off just by popping a torch on top of that fence post. It's not absolutely necessary, but it makes for a little bit of light. Time for the fourth farm, and this one is all about the glowberries. The footprint for this farm is a 4x3. Come to one of the two centre blocks and knock it out and place a hopper facing into the other one of the centre blocks. You can see the nib is right there. Take the 2 blocks out like that and place 1 chest there and 1 chest there, giving you a double chest. Then get your structural block, whatever it is you're deciding to build this farm out of, and run it around the outside in a horseshoe like that, and then grab yourself a dispenser and place a dispenser facing into the middle. You then want to get more structural blocks on both sides like this. We're going to bring this round 1 more, but we're going to leave 1 block at the end so it's exactly like that, and then we're going to press shift holding an observer and press so the bum is facing up. We can see the redstone bum facing up. We're going to place a block on top of that. We're then going to place a redstone dot exactly there, and we're pretty much done. I do need to get my door and place it on the inside there so as we can come in and out, and then we can put a bit of a roof on just to make it safe. Now you can design this roof however you want. I'm going to pop those across like that. I'm then going to place a slab there and a couple of slabs all the way around like this, and that way we've got nothing spawnable anywhere on that roof. I'm also, purely for decoration, going to put some trapdoors just around the base here, and that will mean I've just got a little bit of a trim. Now you've got some choices. You can either just enter your dispenser from the back here and put your bone meal in like that, or if you'd like to, take out these 2 blocks, place in a hopper and then place in a chest right there, and that will allow you to put bone meal feeding directly into that dispenser on a much grander scale. It totally comes down to how long you're expecting to be AFKing inside this farm. Come to the front of your farm, stick a torch on both of those and come inside the door. Close it so you're safe against mobs. Place a torch there just so you've got a bit of light, and get a glowberry and place it on the face of that observer like that. You'll see that dispenser instantly dispenses bone meal and puts glowberries on that vine. Then stand at level with the torch, and with a block in your hand, doesn't matter what block as long as it is a block, right click over and over. You can even just press right click on your mouse and you will get loads and loads and loads of glowberries coming out. Some of them will get collected inside your inventory like that as you pick them up, and some of them will come into the chest like that. This one's a really easy farm. If you use the command F3 and T whilst you've got your right mouse button clicked on that glowberry, it will continue to do it even if you remove your finger from the mouse. So you could go and have a cup of tea or something. 4 more really simple farms for you to add to your Minecraft 1.18 survival world. If you need some of the bone meal for these farms, then you could try the link in the description below. My bone meal farm works beautifully to be able to supply yourself. Let me know if there are any other farms you'd like me to show you how to do in Minecraft 1.18 survival. If you have enjoyed that video, please do remember to slap that like button. It'd be great to know you're enjoying them, and I will keep on making. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.